anyway. Got it.
Okay, we're all good. We're recording. Sitting here with Kelly with that beautiful view of the mountains.
Yeah.
Kelly's a good friend of mine. Reached out to ask about the Arctic Fox Winter Stage Race. Knows nothing about it beyond what's on social media and our website. And I thought, hey, what a good opportunity just to Zoom her in and have a quick conversation. She can ask away, and hopefully folks watching this will benefit from the conversation.
Yeah, great. This is interesting, actually. The reason I reached out is, my partner and I should say my partner has been really interested in running a lot of races, and there's not been much going on, I guess, with, COVID and all of that lately. So just when I saw you post it, I was like, oh, tell me more about this. Maybe this is something we could get into. I noticed you said winter biking and running. I don't know about
your favorite.
Yeah. And run. But yeah, actually, first of all, you just mentioned before when we were chatting that this is going on other places. So you didn't come up with this all on your own. What was the origin of it?
I did. And then I just thought, well, it's not proprietary. The concept once, can be used in other areas. So why not just reach out to some cool people that I know that might be interested in co-hosting this race in other parts of the province. So at the moment, we have the Arctic Fox occurring in Calgary, and then we also have the Arctic Fox occurring in Medicine Hat. And I was just chatting with somebody last night who's very interested in hosting in Edmonton, and even some folks out in BC that have reached out that want to perhaps co-host a race. So yeah, anyway, it's pretty cool. And you're right, it is an opportunity for us to participate in some races that typically aren't occurring. So COVID obviously has played a role in that, and the winter months, the shoulder season, make those things challenging as well. So why not create an event that can happen during or in that context? So here we are.
Very cool. So I want to know a little bit more about, I guess, just the breakdown. Like, how do you see this working? It's a bit, I would say, when I was on the website, I was like, how far do I have to run? Where am I getting dropped off in the wilderness somewhere? And I have to get out, the vibe. What's the overall date?
I love it. So first of all, this is like a reverse interview, which is hilarious. I think it's awesome. So there's 3 stages. And typically a stage race just simply means that you participate in one event, you participate in another event, you participate in another event, and your cumulative time is brought together just to give you an overall result. That being said, some folks are not keen on running, or some folks are not keen on biking. So I had the idea, why not just make all 3 stages individual? If you want to sign up for the whole event, awesome. If you just want to do the 2 biking stages in Calgary, as an example, more power to you. If you want to do all 3, great. Or if you just want to do the running one, that's fine also. So you're not going to be dropped off in the wilderness. You'll be given a map. I'm actually working on a second blog post right now that'll be on the website soon. But when you come to pick up your racer package, you'll have a blank map in that. Might have some information on it where the start is, but basically it's going to be some urban wilderness. Our goal is to keep it in cell phone reception, simply just because we want to make sure that folks feel comfortable, and if they need to call somebody, that they can. And it's completely self-supported. So hopefully everybody's well prepared, but in the event that you needed some help, you can certainly just call a friend and get some support. So yeah, so it'll be in some urban parks within Calgary, similar in Medicine Hat. You can sign up for one of the stages, for 2 of the stages, or for all 3 of the stages. And yeah, so once you have your racer package, you will, at the beginning of February, when the race is open, and I'll talk about that in a second, we'll send you an email with updated maps with checkpoints that you have to find. So you'll go to the start, you'll have your map, you'll be able to have some time to decide on your route, and off you go and try to find those checkpoints.
So it's like the Berkeley Marathon in Calgary.
Yeah, in some ways, I suppose it is. So we're going to use, we won't disclose all of this right now, but we'll use Strava as a way to capture people's times. And we'll use various social media profiles perhaps to support it. and you'll be required to find some checkpoints and confirm that you found those checkpoints. So we've got some things up our sleeves, so you'll be able to, we'll share that in the racer information when we send that out at the beginning of February.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so then what, I mean, I know you don't want to disclose, obviously you can't disclose, or you're not going to disclose the route, but for those of us that may not be marathon runners.
Yeah, good point.
What sort of, what are we thinking distance, time? How long are we going to?
Yeah, good question. I had this question come up recently, and that's what kind of drove the second blog post that I'm working on right now. So at a typical adventure race, you're committed to a period of time. You're showing up for 24 hours, you're showing up for, maximum 9 hours. And this, you don't really, at this point, have a full understanding of the distance and time. So each of the stages, my goal is that they will be kept within 3 to 4 hours of total time. So in theory, you could probably, bang out all 3 stages if you wanted to, back to back. The distance between the 2 parks, the 2 urban areas, is not, super difficult to drive to. And you could do all 3 stages and you're good to go. The distance, however, might vary because we're going to, I'll give an example. So a Rogaine style orienteering or adventure race is a set period of time. You have a map with numerous checkpoints on it that are worth different values, and you have to go and try and get to as many of those checkpoints as you can within that period of time.
Okay.
So you being super fit and super fast, the distance that you travel might be considerably different, or you may also choose to go after the checkpoints that are worth the most value, which perhaps will increase your distance. But the overall time that you're participating will be consistent to everybody in that particular stage.
Interesting. Okay. So, but the overall time. So are you saying that could someone finish it? Could someone finish it and hit all the if they're super, super fast and get back, or you're sort of anticipating that it's so much of an adventure, it's just whoever gets the furthest?
Yeah, no. Typically, those style of races are designed that even your fastest, most experienced athletes likely wouldn't get to every single checkpoint. That being said, it's still possible that somebody could and be back within the time cap, and that's why we're going to use Strava. So your rank will be a timed rank and then a point value.
Very cool.
For that particular race. Yeah.
Important are orienteering skills.
I mean, the ability to read a map. So we're doing our best to share some information. We're going to host some master classes to teach people to do this, but our goal really is to provide an experience for the first-time adventure racer that they can go out and have a good time. What's unique about this is the best part, is that if you want to, go do the race, go do the stage 4 times in February. And that's totally cool. We know that, somebody could go out and continue to do it until they get the best route or the best time. We want to give people an experience, and that's part of the reason why we're not going to give prizes to first, second, and third place. We'll announce who the first, second, and third place folks are in each category, but we'll do draw prizes for everybody, just so you're on more of an equal playing field in terms of a external motivation for the event.
Right on. Okay. Neat. I had another question as you were saying that. What the heck was it? Oh, bikes. Is this like, I need a fat bike, or can I throw some spikes on my Juliana Maverick, or do I need a road bike with whatever you put on the road bike to make yourself?
Kelly's not a roadie. I think any mountain bike's going to do. For sure, a fat bike's probably going to be a little bit easier. The variables happening in February, like if you go out and do this race at the beginning of the, we've kind of allocated 3 weeks right now in February, and I go out at the end, maybe there's a snowfall that happens the night before I go out. We can't control those variables. We're trying to create a fun event. Obviously, a fat bike might be better for me in that situation because there's a bunch of new snow. Hopefully the courses, the trails that you'll be using will be, suitable for any type of mountain bike. A road bike or a cross bike, likely not suitable in these conditions. That being said, we have a phenomenal partner, Bow Cycle in Calgary, who's offered up some rentals for us as well. So we can hook you up with a fat bike if you're in town for the weekend and want to get on a fat bike for the 2 days. We'll sort you out.
Oh, that's amazing. Cool. Well, those are my questions.
I like it. I'm trying to think what else I haven't told you. So, yeah, people will sign up. We'll be in communication. We'll provide some opportunities for some learning if people are looking to brush up on some navigation, some orienteering skills. The ability to use a map and compass, orienting a map, making sure where you are relative to the map and to your actual surroundings is probably the most critical part. How a map intersects and works with a compass, probably not as necessary for the Arctic Fox Winter Stage Race. For our Rocky Mountain Adventure Race in the fall, that one for sure you'll need to understand some overland navigation. But for the winter race, you'll be fine as is. 3 stages in Calgary. 2 are biking, 1 is running. Stage length is anywhere between 3 and 4 hours. We might throw in some surprises in those stages, which I'm pretty excited about. You'll have 3 weeks to complete it. Hit those courses as many times as you want.
So digital GPS or no GPS?
GPS won't help you that much. So you're certainly welcome to use one. Typically in adventure racing, you wouldn't use one. But in this case, it's not going to help too much. And to a degree, because it's a virtual race, we are asking, people a bit of an honor system. Typically, we're going to have that with the people that are participating, which is good. Yeah, so 3 stages, 3 to 4 hours each. First 3 weeks in February, I think it's the 5th to the 20 something, the course will be open. In the race instructions, we'll tell you how to share your time with us and the fact that you've actually got to the checkpoints. Should be fun. It's going to be a good time. So you don't want to miss it. I'm super stoked that you're interested in it. And I'd love for you to come up and hang out for the weekend.
Yeah, sounds great.
So, okay.
I'm over then maybe we can bring it back to BC, bring it back to the Elk Valley.
Yeah, it sounds good. Reach out if you got questions. Anybody else that wants to know, just hit up RockyMountainAR.com and we'll help you out. Thanks, buddy.